Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with your overly tired girl, Audrey Codner from GED Math Tutoring. I know I haven't been here for a couple of days because I've been doing what? Tutoring like I have lost my damn mind. So, if anything, here we are. Let's try to fit it in and let's get it done. So, what we're going to be working on is for the ASVAB and the GED section. Maybe a little bit with the T's, but with the geometry. So if you know of anyone that's planning on taking the ASVAB, the GED, the Accuplacer, the HESI, the T's test, anything that has to deal with a little bit of geometry, this is the live for you. So come on in and say hello. And all we're basically doing is just showing you a couple of questions. So right now, our first question is, what is the measurement of angle D? So is it A, 50, B, 60, C, 45, or D, 310 degrees? All you have to do is just basically put your answer into the comments, and then I correct it and I go through it step by step. So we have a whole bunch of people that are coming in here. Hello, Carol. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Ben is saying A. Jason saying A. Abby is saying B. Hey, Janice. Hey. All right. Thank you so much for checking in. We have Denzel with A. We have TJ with B. Norman with A. We miss you, Patrick. I'm so sorry who Patrick is, but we will miss him too. That is an A. Puffy with an A. Harry with an N. Okay, Trey, 50 degrees. Your mama's bath of water. Lena gotta be A. Okay, Heavy D with a C. Oh, I miss you, Heavy D. All right, Dark Wolf with a C. Got some comments. Want to finish our 360 degrees? Yes. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. So if you notice, if we keep going on with this pattern right here, we will actually get a full circle. So a full circle is 360 degrees. So since we know that our exterior right here is going to give us 310, why don't we just do a little subtraction so we can see what is left over? And that is going to give us our 50 degrees. And the answer is A. Okay. All right, so we kind of see that a little bit. Great. So now, that's as simple as that. That's all we're doing. Okay, just going in with a couple of problems that you may see on your assessment. So we have Evelyn is measuring a 50-foot triangular perimeter in the corner of her yard so she can plant a persimmon tree. I just heard about this persimmon. If two sides of the triangle are equal and the third side is 5 feet longer than the equal sides, what is the length of the third side? Is it A, 15 feet? B, 17 and a half feet, C, 20 feet, D, 22 and a half feet. What do you think is the length of the third side? Yeah, we got some D's, we got some A's. Yeah, we got some D's. Hello, Red Indian. Okay, ladies man, oh, look at you. It's saying it's D. Okay, is that Ernie saying it's A? Okay, Carol with D. C, last but not, I got you saying C. Okay, you say A, boy. Okay, let's see. All right, Amani's saying A. Maheryl's saying C. Hey, Gambrels, how are you? It's good to see you again. Bob the Fish, welcome back, saying B. Oh, thank you, Red Indian. Appreciate that. Heavy D and the boys is saying A. All right. Christopher is saying A. Between C and D. Okay. So let's take a gander. Let's see. All right. So here we are. We don't really see anything, but they did give us some information. So they're saying two sides are equal. So we don't know what those two sides are. So I'm going to say this is side 1, that'll be X. And this is side 2, that's X. Now the third side, they said, is 5 feet longer than the equal sides. So if the equal sides are going to represent x, if we're saying 5 feet longer, so that means we're talking about x plus 5. All right, so this is side 1, side 2, and this is side 3. And they said the measure is going to be 50 feet. Okay, the measure is going to be 50 feet. Let me lower this a little bit. All right, so now we can do a little bit of algebra. So I know I'm going to subtract my 5. So that means I got my 45 over there. And then I have 1, 2, 3 x's, so that's 3x. So if I divide both sides by 3, I'm going to get x equals 15. Now, here's the trickery, guys. It says, what is the length of the third side? What you just found here is the length of the two sides that are equal to each other. So the length of the third side is 5 feet longer than those equal sides. So we have to take this 15 and we need to add 5 to it. So our answer is actually going to be 20 feet. Okay, so it is going to be C. Okay, that's all right. Trust me. A lot of people put in A, and that's fine. Every time you solve a question, go back to the questions, make sure that you're answering it. Okay, just a small little tip. And plus, this is the perfect place to do any kind of mistakes, right? I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to correct, and we're going to keep things moving, all right? So, we have two angles are equal in a quadrilateral. The third angle is equal to the sum of the two equal angles. And the fourth angle is 60 degrees less than twice the sum of the other three angles. What are the measures of the four angles? And you're probably saying, say, what? Okay, taking it step by step. First off, look at this. Two angles are equal in the quadrilateral. Take a look at your answer choices. Which ones can we eliminate? Okay, which ones can we eliminate? It's okay, Janice. Janice is like, Jesus. Okay, which ones can we eliminate? No, and I don't teach Calc 2, sorry. All right, Lobes, how are you? We're saying A and B, good, not A, not B, good. Because they gave us the first clue. Two of the angles are supposed to be equal. I don't see any equal angles for A. Boom, that's gone. Then take a look at B. I don't see any angles equal for B. Boom, that's gone. Okay, so we got 35 and 35, so far that works. Now, the third angle is equal to the sum of the two equal angles. All right. Okay, so President Popcorn, I got you. Good. So D is our answer. Yes, look at all these D's raining in. Keys got it. Say it, D got it. Maha is saying it. You see it now? Good. So here's my thing. Jennifer's got it. Heavy D, we got it answered. Yes. So just because we did that, we didn't have to do a whole heck of a lot. Okay? Sometimes we can do what's called POE, P-O-E, process of elimination. All right, so if we take things, I know when you solve this paragraph, you're like, and notice that you had like a slight little heart attack, but it's okay. All right, sometimes we might be able to just do process of elimination just to cancel some things out. All right, 23. Okay, you have half a cherry pie left in after your holiday party. Sorry, you cut a slice with the 30-degree angle and put it in the refrigerator for your roommate. You eat the rest of the pie. What is the measure of your piece of the pie in degrees? Is it A, 150 degrees, B, 160 degrees, C, 145 degrees, or D, 310 degrees? Okay. think about circles. Remember what we did on the very first problem? A whole circle equals 360. Okay, but think about what's being offered. So I'm seeing A's, I'm seeing D's, B's, I got some A's, I got some simple subtraction. Yes, a full circle is 360. There you go. But look what they're giving you. Okay, look what they're giving you. I'm trying to pause and think. I just got you in. All right, so now I'm getting a couple more A's and starting to get a little more consistency. Okay, it seems too easy for you, Calvin. So this is basically what they give you, sample questions for GED and ASVAB, some TEAS tests, AccuPlacer, all of those are in there. Okay, user 42 saying A. Okay, SERP saying A, LA style saying A. All right, so here's the thing. First off, you have half a cherry pie. Okay, so if I have a full circle, been drawing all day, and if we get half of it, so like I said, 360 is a whole circle, but if I want half of that, that's going to equal 180 degrees. So then it says you cut a slice with a 30-degree angle and you put it in the fridge. So that means you just took like 30 degrees off of this 180. So if we subtract that 30 degrees, we're going to get 150. And then what it said, eat the rest of the pie. Okay, so what was the measure of your piece of the pie? Which was 150 degrees, which is A. Okay. All right, you take yours next week? Awesome. So if you guys are taking your GEDs, okay, if you're taking your GEDs, make sure you guys are doing slope, anything with equation of the line, system of equations, regardless if you're doing substitution or elimination. Make sure you do volume, because if you do all the basic math, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, integers, fractions, distance formula, do not skip the 4-point questions. 4-point questions are your slope, your equation of the line, a line that's parallel or perpendicular to another line, anything dealing with graphing linear or linear inequalities when you have to do the shading. Make sure you do the volume questions, which will have rectangular as well as cylinder. Okay, those type of prisms. They'll do a couple spheres here and there, but mostly they do rectangular volume and cylinder volume. Do not skip those. If you skip those, you're not going to pass the test. I'm going to let you know. Algebra, basically doing the adding up the points, you won't pass if you skip all those. All right, so make sure you got that together. All right. Okay. There's Kathleen. Kathleen, how are you doing, babe? I haven't seen you for a couple of days. You doing okay? All right, so Rihanna, make sure you say yes or no, because I really am concerned. I hope you're doing all right. Okay, so Susan's saying our day. Here we go. All right, which is easier? I don't know. All I know is the GED. I can tell you, Rihanna, it's high school equivalency. Okay, it's basically math is math. All right, Bob the Fish is saying B. Is that Porcupine saying 50? No problem. No problem. All right. So David eats half a pizza, okay, of the remaining amount. Angie wants to eat twice what Sadie eats, but she also needs to save some for Jeff. I mean, all these pizzas, just one pizza, right? Okay. Angie cuts a 30-degree slice for Jeff. What is the measure of Angie's piece of pizza in degrees? All right. So is it A, 50 degrees? Sorry, I thought I was about to sneeze. A, 50 degrees, B, 60 degrees, C, 85 degrees, or D, 100? Okay. All right, so I got a couple people. Tofi saying 100. I got D's. Courtney a D, CH with a D. Okay, Ryan with a D. reverse math. There you go. Yes, we can do that. Okay. Very poorly worded. Welcome to the GED. Welcome to the GED. Welcome to the ASVAB. They need for you to figure out. So good. Got a lot of D's, got an 85. I got Renee with a B, heavy D with a D. All right. So let's think of this. Okay. We know, again, David eats half the pizza. So we're not noticing, we don't talk about David anymore because he was greedy and ate half a pizza, right? So that means we have 180 degrees left. So Angie wants to eat. So this is Angie. She wants to eat twice what Sadie eats. I don't know why, but here we go. But she also needs to save some for Jeff. So Angie cuts 30 degrees slice for Jeff. And then we're saying, well, what's the measure? Okay, what's the measure of Angie's piece of pizza? So we know that if she wants to do basically like twice of that, but we can't just say 2 times x because we also have to include Angie's piece. Okay, we know 30 degrees is going to be gone, right? So we know that 30 degrees is going to be gone. So that gives us our 150 because we're going to subtract the 30. But we have not only Sadie's piece, we also have Angie who wants twice of what Sadie's doing. Do we know what Sadie is eating? No, we don't. So since we got 3 unknowns going on, that's why we got 3x. So we're going to divide that 150 by 3. Okay? The 3 is representing how many pieces we're talking about. 2 of them was going to be with Angie, and 1's dealing with Sadie. So that gives me my x. Got to put it over here because I ran out of room. Our x is going to be, once again, we got our 50. But that is for Sadie. Angie wants twice what Sadie's going to have. So 50 plus 50, or 50 times 2, will give me my 100. Okay. All right. There you go. And she wants double it. There you go, Cherry. Good. Esteban, excellent. Oh, I want to say Valencia, but I was probably saying it incorrectly. All right. Oh, snap. Yes. It's okay. All right. Yes. Here you go. We got it. All right. Yep. A lot of people always think it's 50. But remember, that was the key part here. We want to know what Angie's piece is. So she wants to eat twice as much what Sadie is. Since we didn't know what Sadie was doing, we didn't know what Angie was doing, but we know that there was 3 unknowns. All right. Okay. All right. That's all right. And Britt, you know what? A lot of people generally are. So that's why I tried to practice a little bit more with the word problems here. Okay, as best we can. All right, so 25, the next one. The measure of one supplementary angle is twice the measure of the second. What is the measure of each angle? So is it A, 60 and 120 degrees? Is it B, 60 and 130 degrees? Is it C, 45 and 90 degrees? Or is it D, 31 and 62 degrees? Okay. Well, Leanna, you're going to have to get used to it because that's how they divide and conquer. We have to put the reading into it because a lot of people, English is not their strength, but that's how they divide and conquer, guys. All right, so I'm seeing some A's. I'm seeing a couple of B's. All right, couple A's, And then we have 45, 90, and 180. Okay. All right, thank you, Doc. Okay. Wait, it's A. Okay. John Novak with the A. Ian saying A. Yep. Welcome to the GED and the high school assessment. They're going to make it harder. Okay, they're going to make it harder, but you just take your time and break it on down. Okay, Bill. Hello, Bill. Welcome back. Saying B. Okay, we got 60, 120, 180. All right, so here is the key for this one. First off, we need to know what supplementary means. Okay, supplementary is basically, it begins with a capital S. If I can close out these two endpoints with a segment, that S will turn into an 8. So that gives me the reminder that supplementary angles is 180 degrees. So there's two angles here. One of them is twice the measure of the other. So if I'm looking at my answer choices, one, I'm going to get rid of B, because if I tried to double 60, it's not going to give me 130. That's done. Okay, and plus, if I add them together, that doesn't give me 180. All right, same thing here. If I add the 45 and the 90, that's not going to give me 180. If I tried to add the 31 and the 62, that's not going to give me 180. So my answer is going to be A, because 60 plus 120 gives me my 180. So they wanted to see, do you know what the meaning of the word supplementary is? Now, the other one, just in case we don't see it, is called complementary. You know, like how you're trying to make a compliment. Oops. So complementary angles, notice it begins with a C. And if I wanted to connect those two endpoints right here, all I have to do is just draw a nice little line right there, and that makes a 9. So complementary angles are two angles add together to equal 90 degrees. So supplementary, 180, complementary, 90 degrees. All right? Yes, he is. Okay. So a right angle, yes. A right angle that's kind of split with an angle bisector. So like if I did something like this, this is angle 1, and this is angle 2. So if I add those two angles up, it will give me 90 degrees because of that indication, that 90 degree indication. Okay. All right. Now for the 180, could be something like this. So this is angle 1, and this is angle 2. Okay, if I add those two angles up, it will equal 180 degrees. Okay, well, thank you. All right. So let's take a look. Got a couple more, just a few more. And thank you so much for the likes, guys. And I know you're all learning and like, oh, we forgot to tap screen. You know, see if we can get some more, not to just get more people in here, but think about how you got in here. Probably someone saw one of my other posts or maybe they came and joined in one of my lives and all of a sudden you followed them and next thing you know, I'm on your For You page. Ta-da! All right. Thank you so much. All right. And thank you so much for the gifts, guys. I appreciate this. All right. I know it's hard to learn and to tap at the same time. It's like, I'm just focused. All right. So now what we're going to do is identify the set of collinear, it's supposed to be a double L, collinear points. So is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Okay. Whoa. Hello. I just looked up and there's a whole bunch of C's. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Good. So we have a whole bunch of C's, mostly by the same person. Okay. Okay. What is it? Mook. And then Star Lisa. All saying C. Loren saying C. Okay, guys. I can see you. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Susan is saying C. All right. EXO is saying C. Okay, my rock star is saying C, gang. What is collinear? Thank you, Janice, for saying. So collinear are points that are on the same line. If I may draw a line right here. Okay, so I'm going to have my point here, another point, and another point. Let's say that's point A, point B, and point C. Okay, so my line can go that way, or for my Y gang, we can go this way. We'll say D, E, F. All right. So what do you think is the ones that's on the same line? All right, thank you so much. Hey, it's personal. Good. Nice. So it is going to be C. Let me show you why. If you notice, my X values are the same except for here. Okay? None of my X's, like all of the X's have to repeat, or all of the Y's have to repeat. So here, not all of my X's or my Y's repeat. But here, all of my X's repeat. They repeat at 2. So that's going to be a vertical line going straight up and down. And it's only crossing the X-axis at 2. Then down here, my X's don't all repeat and my Y's don't all repeat. So the only ones that had a repeating term or X or Y, it was letter C. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So our right triangle's acute angles measure at the ratio 1 to 3. What is the measure of the acute angles? Is it A, 22.5, 67.5, or 70? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Okay. There's Green Bean. How are you, Green Bean? Say my B. I tried to make it look easy, user 76. Because it can be. And there's Jenny. Jenny! Okay. Swag. Saying B as well. Good. Awesome. All right. So thank you all for joining in. Let's take a look. So the right angles, acute angles, right triangles, acute angles measure at the ratio 1 to 3. What is the measure of the acute angles? Okay. Please explain why it's B. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of C's and seeing a lot of B's. So let's see. Okay. With this right triangle, let's see if I can slide over just a hair. Okay. So with the right angle, we know here's my longest side. So you have like basically, you can either have like two angles that are exactly the same plus a 90 degree, like a 45, 45, 90, or you can have like a 30, 60, 90, something along that lines. But for me to figure this out, no matter what, all the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. But here's the thing, I know one of those angles is 90. So right away, I'm getting rid of A. Okay, I got a 90 degree. Here's a 90 degree, but guess what? That's saying 100 plus 90. That's 190. So that can't be a triangle, or especially a right triangle. Okay, can't be a triangle, period. So we're kind of looking to see which one of these would add up to give me our remaining angles for 180. So since we know that 90 degrees is out, right? Because we have 180 degrees is the whole thing. You pull out 90, that's going to give you 90 left over. So I need to know which one of these combos is going to add up to equal the remaining 90. Okay, so if I did, well, we got like 67.5 and 22.5. If I add those together, 2, that's 9 plus 1, that's 10, carry the 1. 6 and 2, that's 8 plus 1, that's 9. So right there, that gives me 90. Boom, that's my answer. Okay, so if I add those 3 angles up, it should equal 180, which we know if I pull 90 out, that means I have 90 remaining. I want to see which ones, if I add them up, will give me 90. Okay, all right. Actually, I want to do this one because I only have a few more minutes. And you're like, why are you skipping that one? Because I only have a few more minutes, and that's majorly detailed. And that one you need a calculator for. So I'm like, why? Because you can't have a calculator for the GED or the ASVAB. So why should I give you a problem that's going to require you to do a calculator? Just me. Okay. All right. Why didn't I check C? Because you're only going to have one answer, user 28. You're only going to have one answer. So the other, whatever gives you the 90, that's your answer. Now, here's my thing. When you're taking these tests and you're checking it for, oh, I got my answer, but let me check, you're wasting time. This is why time is always a factor with you guys, okay? All right. So once you get your answer, click it, bubble it, circle it, move on. All right. So now, this is for people that are taking assessments, okay? These standardized assessments like GED, ASVAB, AccuPlacer, okay? Let me clarify that because there might be some people that normally takes like a test class. If you're in a class, show your work. All right, the base of a trapezoid are 5 centimeters and 6 centimeters, respectively. If the trapezoid is 4 centimeters high, what is this area? Okay. Is it A, 11 centimeters to the 22nd power? Is it B, is it 22 centimeters to the second power? Which we know, squared centimeters. If it's C, is it 22 and at 0.5 tenths? Or 5 tenths centimeters squared or squared centimeters? Or is it D, 27 squared centimeters? Why am I skipping over the fact that 90 gave? Okay. Is this pre-taped? No, it's not. I'm a live person. How can it be pre-taped if you're looking at the live section? You know? So, why am I going over C? Here we go for the people in the back. A triangle equals 180 degrees. You take out the 90 because a right triangle has a 90-degree angle. That means the sum of the other two angles is 90 degrees. So that means you need to look for a combination that's going to give you that remaining 90 degrees. So when I add the 67 and 5 tenths and the 22 and 5 tenths, I got 90, which is my remaining sum of the two angles. My answer is B. You click it, you bubble it, you move on. Next question. So we're looking for area. Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay. All right. All right. C can't be the answer too. They're only going to give you one answer. So go ahead. You're home. Add it up. What's 23.5 plus 66.5? Does that give you 90? Okay. All right. What does respectfully mean? Okay. Okay. So do they give you acute angles? Okay. Does it give you at a 1-to-3 ratio? Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Okay. Does it give it to you at a 1-to-3 ratio? Does C give it to you at a 1-to-3 ratio? Because I feel like I have to continue on with this. Okay. Does it consider, yeah. Does it give you okay. Does it give it to you at a 1-to-3 ratio? 1/3? I gotcha. It's right here, Val. At the ratio 1-to-3. Right here. There you go. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So if you try to do it, does it give you to the 1-to-3 ratio? So translation, if I take that 22.5, if I multiply it by 3, will I get 67.5? No, it's okay. I know, it's just to argue. I just want to clarify. Half the points on the test come from making it to the end? No. Which test are you talking about, user 84? Okay. All right, so it's getting quite silent. Thank you, Solar. There we go. All right, so now we got our bases. We're trying to find the area. So we have the sum of our bases, which is 5 plus 6, divided by 2, times the height, which is 4. Okay, all right. Okay, so which one? No, because if you're talking GED, the GED test is based off of points. So you'll have a 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, or 4 point type questions. And I mentioned what the 4 point questions were. So equation, line, slope, okay, linear inequalities. Because if you skip any of those, you're not going to pass the GED. Now, if it's ASVAB for your military, you're trying to shoot for that 31. So they'll present only so many points or so many problems. If you keep getting stuck on the same type of problem, it's going to kick you out, and then that's your score. So it can go all the way up, especially if you're going for the Navy, you can go all the way up to like Calc 3. If you're going up for the Army, they have a certain part where they want to get to a high point. And the same thing, like each branch has a perspective area as far as they want to get to. All right. Okay. Yeah, so you don't want to skip. Okay, you really don't. So 11 halves, we're going to reduce it. Because 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. And then 11 times 2, that will give me my B of 22 centimeters squared. Yeah, exactly, Val. Like, what are we doing? Centimeters raised to the 22nd? So that's why I'm trying to show you that there are going to be some things in here that you can just cross off because it doesn't make any sense, to the 22nd power, right? Okay. Yes, I do have the answer because I know how to break it down. There you go. All right. It could be because there are some parts of geometry that you have, and especially for the HESI test as well as the TEAS test, you guys have a lot of conversions. So if you want someone to help you with that conversion, make sure you're following a blessed RN. I'll actually put it in the chat for a little bit. So, and she will help you out with the how to break down a lot of the conversions if you're not already following her. Okay. All right. You're so welcome. So now here we go. If a circle's radius is 1 5/10 inches, what is its circumference? Is it A, Is it 9.42? Is it B, 10.3, C, 14, or D, 15? I know. I love user 28. Doesn't know. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe because you're treating me like this, because, I'm not professional anymore. Not a certified teacher, been in the classroom 22 years, boast myself up. Online tutor for 6 years now. And I used to play professional basketball. I did everything that you wished you could do. It's so cool. Your favorite answer? A? I know. Jedi. Okay, we got our A's. What grade is this for? This is for the ASVAB and GED. Okay, also Acuplacer. There we go. Alex is with my A. Nikki got my A. Will this help with the ACT? Yep. ACT, SA. If it's math, you got it. It's going to be in there. Okay. Key saying A. Hello, Michael. How are you? Micah saying A. Nikki, did I skip you? A. Okay. Onyx. All right. No problem. Yep. So we're breaking it on down. All right. So quickest way, if you want, we're talking radius. So when they want us to find the circumference, remember the circumference is 2 pi r. Okay, so that means we have to double up the radius and multiply it by pi. Well, if we have 1.5, if we double that up, that's going to give me 3. So we have 3 pi. So we know it's going to be pi, if we recognize it, is usually 3.14. And we're multiplying that by 3. So without doing a whole lot of calculation, because again, the GED, the ASVAB, the Acuplacer, they do not allow the calculators. So using a little bit of common sense, if I multiply the 3 by 3, I'm going to get 9, right? And I know if I expand it, it's going to be a little bit more than 9. So it can't be C. It's not going to be 14. It can't be D. It's not going to be 15. It may be if I round it, but it's probably not. Because if I do, let me slide up here for a second. If I have my 3.14, I'm just doing the rounded right now, because we all know that pi is never ending. At least this will give you an idea of what to do. Okay, so right here I got 9.42 because I used that pi. Since it's 2 decimal places up here and there's no decimal place here, when you multiply with a decimal, you have to add how many decimal places you're going to have. So that's why I was able to put my decimal place between the 9 and the 4, because I moved it over 2 times. So my answer will be A. Okay. Oh, I will. It's coming out. All right. I don't know if I've done so many years. I know. It's been a minute, but thank you. All right. So now let's step it up even further. So those were considered medium questions. Okay, those were considered medium questions for the ASVAB. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, what is the measure of x? Is it A, 85 degrees, B, 135 degrees, C, 95 degrees, or D, 20 degrees? Okay. It's a great review. We're the same age. All right, so Michael, we got A. Star Lisa. I see you, Star Lisa. You don't have to put it down multiple times. Like, seriously. She's going to put it up again. I see you. You are seen. Okay, Joe's saying 135. Janice is saying A. This is for GED and ASVAB. Okay. For Nell, I see you. All right. See, Star Lisa. Girl, calm it down. Okay, rudely noted, saying B. Gamble, I see you A with your multiples. Go, we got the 85. We got an 85, a loop. All right. Trick question could be, what is the complementary angle? They're not going to go that deep. They're really not. Okay. Angle, not degrees. All right. So let's take a look. So if we notice, we have an 85-degree angle here. Notice this signature. They're giving us that indication that these two angles are congruent. So that means this angle here is going to be 85. But you're like, well, wait, Audrey, there's a 45-degree angle with the same like marking. But here's the thing. This is what's called vertical angles. If it's giving you that V shape, okay, vertical angles are congruent. So your answer is going to be A. All right. So we got this one. Surface area. All right. So my person that's taking that GED next week, here you go. This is a 4-point question. Okay. This is a 4-point question. Find the surface area. Okay. It didn't say find the volume. Find the surface area. Is it A, 58, B, 96, C, 112, or D, 200? I think I might be able. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try. Play watch us now. Oh, we're traveling. Okay, we got some C's, got a couple D's. All right, there's Osai Lisa. Okay, we got Henry June with the C's. All right, now we got Henry June jumping in. Okay, Michael with a C, 09 with a D, Home with a D. All right, we got our D's. Would you use time trick? Okay, not sure on this one. Okay. All right. So, normally, thanks for checking in, Michael. Normally, Henry, I'm going to need for you to calm down. You need to be loved, man. You forgot? All right. Now, if you see something like this and they say volume, you would just simply multiply all three. Okay, if it said volume. But it's saying surface area. So that means I need to take the area of this part. I need to take the area of this part. And I need to take the area of this part. And we're going to multiply them by 2. So this is what's happening. Because, you know, you have 2 tops, you have 2 sides, you have the front, and you have the back. Okay? So I'm going to say we got our 10 times 2. So we're going to do 10 times 2 plus 10 times 3 plus 2 times 3. Okay. Then we're going to take that answer and then we multiply it by 2. Because like I said, we have 2 tops, we have 2 sides, we have a front and a back. Just like a regular old box. I know you can't really see all this. Okay. So you're going to do the front, the back, the top, the bottom, and then this side that we're seeing through, hi, and this side right here. So we have our 2 times 10, that's 20, plus 10 times 3, that's 30, plus 2 times 3, that's 60. And then we add together. 20 plus 30 gives me 50, plus 6 gives me 56. But we need to multiply that by 2. Okay, so if we do our 56 plus 2, that gives me 112. So your answer is going to be 112 squared inches because we're dealing with area. Anytime you're dealing with area, you look for squared. That's another thing you can look for in the test. If they said that that was cubed, immediately gone. Because the only thing raised to the third power will be volume. Okay, volume is to the cubed, whereas surface area is squared. Okay. Okay. All right, we're okay. All right. So let's kind of hit with these two, and then I have to skedaddle. Okay. I know I did a couple of these problems before. All right, so here we go. If the area of one face of a cube is 64 centimeters squared, what is the cube's volume? Okay. User 84, I usually do a mixture. For twos like this. Yes. As my mom will call it the proper two, but you know. Okay, Amanda's saying A. So if the area of one face of a cube is 64 centimeters squared, what's the cube's volume? Okay, I'm holding on, Amanda. She's like, wait, hold on. Okay, Michael's saying D. Michael O with the C. Aga is saying D. Star Lisa. Whoa, okay, Star Lisa, you're switching up. DC. Okay, Rude with D. Okay, oh, it's D. Okay, I got you, Star Lisa. I got it. Daisy with a D. Okay, Star Lisa, good girl. Orchard with a C. Carol with a C. Okay, Key with A or 3. What is this? A3? Okay, Theodore with a D. Okay, oh shoot, you gotcha. So there's a what? That's wild. Okay. Alright, that was C with a C with a D. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look. So first off, we need to know what a volume of a cube is. Now, it's just basically whatever your side is raised to the third power. So they're telling you that with your cube, okay, so if we just did one face, which is this part right here in the front, and we're saying that this is going to be 64 centimeters squared. So that's basically what is an area, because the face is an area. What's an area of a square? So the area of a square is your side squared. So if I took the square root of 64, that will give me 8. Because 8 times 8 gives me 64. Okay, so basically the length of this side right here or over there is going to be 8 centimeters. So now I just have to multiply this 64 with another 8. So if I got my 64 times 8, because 8 times 8 times 8, we already know 2 of them is 64. We just need to multiply one more 8. So there's my 32, carry the 3. 6 and 8 is 48. And that gives me my 51. So my answer is going to be D, 512. Let me shrink that down a little bit. Okay, so it's going to be 512. me see if I can squeeze one more in. All right, I'll squeeze this one in. All right, and this will be our last one. Make it a little bit larger. Okay, so Jackson is filling up an empty tube that is 5 centimeters high and has a radius of 3 centimeters. How many cubic inches of sand can Jackson fill inside the tube? Is it A, 120 cubic inches? Is it B, 131 and 4/10 cubic inches? Is it C, 141 and 3/10 cubic inches? Or D, 147 and 7/10 cubic inches? Oh, thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. You didn't understand? Okay. So you have to know, for the last problem, you had to know what the formula for volume is, which is side times side times side. It's cubic. So once you figured out what your two sides are, which was 64, you just multiply by another 8. So 64 times 8 gave you 512. So Michael's saying C. And if you're unsure, okay, Star Lisa's saying C. If you're unsure, you can also use a question mark. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, Aga's saying D. Okay, thank you for your honesty too, Raw. Thank you for your honesty, Mr. O. Star Lisa, you're switching up? I thought you had C. Okay. Ing is saying 141.3. We're mixing centimeters with inches. Yeah. Yeah, it is tricky. It is tricky. Good catch, Michael. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we had our 5 centimeters. We have our radius. And when they said a tube, that means they're talking about a cylinder. Okay, so they said it was 5 centimeters high. And it has a radius of 3 centimeters. So since they put the word to fit inside, they're looking at volume. Okay, so now when they're looking at volume, we have, so we got the average of our base. So our base is a circle. So it's base times our height. Our base is a circle, so the area of a circle is pi r squared. So our radius is 3 squared, okay, times our height, which is 5. So now we have that 9, so 3 squared, that gives me 9, times 5, that gives me 45. So we basically have 45 pi. But this is going to be in centimeters, okay? Cubic centimeters. So even if I multiply the 45 pi, or 45 to 3.14, that will give me close to this. But here's the thing. We got to convert, one second. We got to convert from centimeters to inches. Sorry, I had to do that puzzle piece thing. So I know if we do our conversion, and I think our conversion is like 0.4, if I think of it correctly. So if I do my 0.4 to it, can't remember if it's 141, so 141.3. If we divide that by our 0.4, yeah, none of those answers are here. Because if I convert it from inches, so I know 1 inch is like 0.4, or 1 centimeter is 0.4 of an inch. That I remember. So if I took that answer, yes, this works for the centimeters, but not for the inches. So if I'm going to convert it from inches to centimeters, that means I need to make it smaller. So none of these answers are correct because they were thinking of it in centimeters. They weren't thinking of it in inches. Yeah, I got 8.6 too. And there's none of these. So, as we all can just tell, we never know what's going to happen. Yeah, because if I kept it in centimeters, just fake the funk. If I kept this in centimeters, B would have been my answer. Because I would have to do 45 times 3.14, and I would have received, no, sorry. Forgot about the other 3. I would have gotten C, 1.4, or 141.3. But that's in centimeters. None of these answers are in inches. Well, I guess I'm going to have to write the company. Yeah, I got C. Yeah, it's no good. All right. Well, I hate to leave on that note. Let me see if we can do something else. Let's see if we got this last one. All right, I'm going to squeeze this last one in, and then I really have to go. Or I'll be really tight. Okay, Julian is coloring a trapezoid that measures 3 inches high, 3 inches across on its first base, and 2 inches across on the second base. What's the area he'll cover in crayon? Is it A? Are we still in inches? Yes, we are. Cool. A is 6 squared inches. B is 6.5 squared inches. C is 9 squared inches. Or D is 12 squared inches. Oh, yay! Congrats! I don't know about how amazing is. I know. Typos. I know. Oh, thank you. I'm so proud of you. Yay. Give some celebrations. She passed her tests. Oh, thanks. It's not capitalism. No more teaching people for free. Well, then you won't have. There's going to be a lot of us that's going to skedaddle. All right. Van, how are you? I didn't see you sneak in. All right. Okay. What are we thinking for answers? I'm seeing some C's. Sorry, Lisa. Okay. See a whole bunch of C's. Oh, so good. Okay. C from Trey. All right. Yes. All right. So now go to your next step. Go to your next step. See, that test was in your way. Now it's not. Go on to your next step. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about anybody stepping in your way. It's all you now. Okay? All right. So Aggie with D. Wild One saying A. What if the trapezoid is surface? Well, it's not. They're not going to be that deep. Okay, Molly with a D, Anthony with a C. Forgot the formula? Got you. All right. So, since we're looking at area, and they said trapezoid is the sum of your bases. Okay, divided by 2. Time. So they're telling you. Okay. So coloring a trapezoid that measures 3 inches high. So that's here for your height. All right. So then you got your bases 4 inches across on the first base. So that's 4. 2 inches across on the second base. That's 2. Doesn't matter which base is which. Divided by 2. So now, let's go. 4 plus 2, that gives me 6. Divided by 2 times 3. So now we got 6 divided by 2. Well, that gives me 3. And 3 times 3, that gives me 9. All right, so your answer is going to be C, 9 squared inches. Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in. I know it's been a minute since I've been here, a couple days, just trying to get everything situated. Now, also give me a little time to upload. I don't know where it went, but give me a little time to upload my information, because usually what I do is I take all of my recordings and I put it on my YT. For some reason, I can't find my paper, so I'm going to put it right here. Okay? And you're probably like, your YT. Okay? So you will see a recording that says TikTok lives. So all of my TikTok lives are there, every single one of them since February 2nd. I can't believe it's going to be almost a year since I've been doing these things. So if anything, if you could subscribe, that would be wonderful. And then go ahead and peruse through all of my stuff. So anything, we usually do like group stuff like this, or sometimes we will actually do like individual things. I haven't done individual things in a while because I figured, hey, if you need something more individualized, hire me as your math tutor, because that's basically what I do for the last 6 years. And what I do is like just break down concepts, everything from 7th grade all the way up to adults. So if you need Algebra 1, Algebra 2, help you with the praxis, if you need help with your TEAS test, your HESI test, as well as your GED and your Accuplacer. If you just want to go over a few things, do a little bit of test things, what are some things that you can do to kind of speed up the process for you getting the correct answer? We can do all of that. All right. So Okay. There is opportunity. Yes. Not a problem. Not a problem. Hey, Bobby. Not a problem. Okay. So, if anything, these are the things you need. If you're currently taking college algebra and you're almost done with the fall semester and you just need some help with that, go ahead and do that. I do charge for tutoring. For my TikTok people, I charge $77. I normally charge $92, but I'm giving a discount for my TikTok families and the followers. So if you ever need any assistance with that, go right ahead. If you have kids that needs assistance with Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, hey, or even geometry, I'm starting to get really good at the proofs. I know, it's been a minute, but I know some of you guys are doing similar triangles right now. That seems to be the general consensus of what's happening. So if any of that appeases you, you can go ahead and just send me a message. Don't just say hi. Say hi and tell me what you need, and then we'll connect that way. All right? Good. I'm so glad, Trey. I'm so glad. And it helps. It helps. Yes. Not a problem, Starlisa. I loved working with you. Made it fun. All right, everyone. Well, have a great evening. Stay safe. Do not, go crazy with the spending. Trust me, it's all about love. It's not what the gift that you buy. It's basically the love that's in your heart, and give to each and every one. Okay? Have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to come early in the afternoon for tomorrow, so we don't have to do any more late night stuff. Okay? Well, not early morning, probably like around 2 o'clock. All right? Well, have a lovely day and take care. Bye now.